Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Nick Foles and the Jacksonville Jaguars as they match up with the second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens, led by the leading rusher amongst quarterbacks in 2018. In his second season now, Lamar Jackson. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Ingram again, a first down carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down and 4, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's got this down to the 35. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the counter, Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Man left, man left. We got 4. We got 4.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
And the Baltimore Ravens pride themselves on being physical on offense. One reason why? Perennial Pro Bowl guard Marshall Yanda, who played his first 16-game season since 2015 and 2018. And when he's right, the Baltimore offense rolls.
On the draw, this is Ingram. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Nick Foles, the man that the Jags are hoping can get them over the hump in 2019. Super Bowl MVP a couple of seasons ago. Made 7 starts if you include the playoffs for the Eagles last year, winning 5 of them. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty. And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
And here comes Leonard Fournette, the big, and I mean big, tailback out of LSU. When he takes the ball inside, people make decisions about whether they want to tackle him or not, and he has enough speed to get to the perimeter and outrun defensive backs. When he puts it all together, he makes the Jaguars' offense very difficult.
On 2nd and 15 now. Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Let's go to the middle of the Baltimore defense where Brandon Williams holds court. And we often talk about how difficult it is to stop a big-time runner. How about trying to stop a big-time guy in the middle who wreaks havoc both with pass rush and against the run? Brandon Williams went to his first Pro Bowl at the end of the 2018 season.
Foles. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Tyler Ervin back deep. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now here come the Ravens. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing is Jackson. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, 1st-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Roberts got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down. Ingram. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Let's get a little bit bigger light shined right here because we're talking about 2 guys. Cornerbacks Jalen Ramsey and A.J. Boye. Maybe the best tandem in the NFL. Both physically able to dominate receivers. They're textbook examples of shutdown corners. Collectively, they allowed only 2 touchdowns the entire 2018 season.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, and he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Everyone, you got 4. 4 down.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second and goal, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. His opening drive there last time out looked good for a while. The offense was on the move, but then the pick six.
They were clicking. He was looking good. And, you know, if this was a game played by real human beings, we could get an actual answer. These are virtual guys out there, so we don't know what's going to happen or what actually happened with the miscommunication on that one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. Fielded at the 33. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking long for Westbrook. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. They run. It's Mark Ingram. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Gearing up for their next possession, Nick Foles and the Jags. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying, thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Foles. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Fournette, a first down carry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Go! 8, read.
Let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Deep grip.
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Lambo on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on first, Dixon again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running out of the gun with Dixon. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. And he whips that one incomplete there. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now a draw play with Dixon. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready?
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Jones. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Coming to you, coming to you.
5
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Griffin looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cox. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
A run by Dixon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Second and 5 now. Griffin. Snead's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
22 yards there, a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the counter with Dixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Griffin into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Back to the ground on 1st. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly, and the Eagles out in front early. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. First down, this is Rawls. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Ready?
50 seconds to Mike.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot.
On second and 12, Minshew, open is Swaim, the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right, got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now this is brought in by Pryor. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. And his throw here is incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Minshew. And that is incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie. And then the film cuts out before the big ending.
So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This will be, 38 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On third down, here's Dixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Dixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
53, Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now on 2nd and 13, Griffin. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 47. Check, 47. All day, dog.
Dixon running from the shotgun. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Ready up. 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll run with Dixon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
From just shy of midfield, Griffin. His throw incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Off the draw, it's Rawls. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First down, Jaguars.
And Lambo can't hook this one back in. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker is a kickoff for Baltimore.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
From the 30 on second down, Minshew. He's going to go deep for Conley, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And able to find Conley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Let's go.
Shotgun handoff to Rawls. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Come on, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey,
Go.
Draw play, Rawls. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
it's just me and you.
Here's Minshew. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes and we'll be in great shape.
They run with a power back. Rawls. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
That's right, baby. They don't want
Rawls. And an alley to run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. 70, Indy.
They'll try to run with Rawls. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Second down and goal. Minshew got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Terrell Pryor there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Griffin. And this one's incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the screen.
Get it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run with Rawls. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Terrell Pryor ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is RG3. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 3, check 3. Heavy.
Here's Griffin looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Pryor has it complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Rawls out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Pryor long. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Here's Jones. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I don't think you got it, son.
Griffin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Hill on the draw play. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. Ramik Wilson on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let him know, let him know.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Griffin. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
On the draw is Edwards. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go, here we go. 60 yards.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Off the draw, here's Hill. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Griffin. It's complete to Snead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Edwards. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's Rawls. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Check 53. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From just shy of midfield, Griffin. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Griffin. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, and it's Hill again. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
You better be afraid of me.
Here's Griffin. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Griffin. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Minshew. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 38, Griffin. And that'll be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Minshew sets to throw. Open is Swain, the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Get it.
First down, this is Rawls. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
So the Ravens now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Man, I got you.
On first down, Edwards. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now RG3. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
A running play for Rawls. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Rawls. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Jaguars.
Ready? 18 Gator. Stay with your man. Deep grip.
They give it to Rawls. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Now.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Ready. 60 or.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking, that these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and